What does Nebula do a bit differently? How would you describe that business model? Obviously, the Scope 3 play that you have that Rich has talked to me about is one thing, but that and what else is maybe makes you a bit different?
Yeah, again, so when I sort of set Nebula up and thought about, we're entering a crowded room. How do you stand out in a crowded room? How do you differentiate yourselves? Because lots of the things that we do, i.e. the services we deliver, are quite similar to what other organizations do. So there's not a real uniqueness there. I think the uniqueness comes in our attitude and our methodology and how we go about things. So one of the things I always say is Nebula is very much an outcome-based service provider. So we look at what success looks like for our customers and their customers and what they're trying to achieve, and we work back from there and deliver the services that drive that successful outcome. I think some other people, organizations in our sphere, they perhaps more technology-led or they're more service-centric. We're very much outcome-led. And the very early days of Nebula, our strapline was customer success obsessed. And actually, that still very much resonates and runs through the veins of Nebula, is that kind of, the answer is yes, Mr. Customer, now what's the question, can-do mentality. And we certainly haven't lost that. So one of the things I would say where I think is perhaps part of the Nebula secret sauce is very much that attitude. It's very much that, what does success look like, and let's work backwards from there. Very much a can-do attitude, very much a, we're in this with our customers. Because if we don't make our customers successful, our channel partners successful, we're not successful. So we have to work in addition to them and their organization to really drive the right outcomes and the right experience for our customers. So I would say, sort of summarizing that, it's the quality of the work we provide. It's the attitude in which we approach it, as I said, and that outcome-based attitude. And I think it's that sort of pride and success that runs through the backbone of Nebula, where our team are really, to our team, doing a good job is really important. And that's the ethos and the culture we've created. So the answer is seldom no if you speak to somebody at Nebula, unless the answer is just physically no, it's impossible. But if there's a way to do it, we will find a way, and we'll work with our customer to drive the outcomes. And I think, hiring people for us is really, really important, and getting people with the right attitude to fit that culture. That's perhaps one of our biggest challenges is getting the right people to do that. Because that's kind of the Nebula secret sauce, if you will, that is that attitude and is that desire to drive the right outcomes. Yeah,
great. And just to change things up a bit now, if you could change anything about Nebula at the stroke of a magic wand, what would you change?
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess there's a sort of tactical answer to this question and a more strategic one. Tactical would be, I wish my salespeople did a better job of filling out the CRM, but I think that's that's perhaps a bit tongue in cheek. The reality of it is, I think we're the building blocks, and using an analogy Richard uses a lot, like the layers of the onion. We're layering the onion well with a lot of substance at the core in terms of the quality of our people, the quality of our service, and our attitude and our ethos. I guess being a entrepreneur and a salesperson that I am at heart, I would probably say I would take the numbers of 24 months' time and I'd have them today. That would be probably what I would change at the stroke of a wand, is that let's just accelerate the whole thing and get 24 months further down the line now. But in terms of what we do and how we go about things, I wouldn't change very much, to be honest. That just perhaps more scale and bigger, and but I think that what we're doing and how we're building, and how we're growing is very sustainable. It's very controlled, where we can maintain quality as well as drive the growth, because that's really important. You can grow faster, but then your quality tails off. So if I had a wand right now, Doug, it would be the numbers of what I think they're going to be in 24 months now. That would be that would be what I would probably go with.